Sale personas are, for many of us at least, very precious. You know, the result of years of tweaking, designing, and thousands of decisions. They mean a lot to us. It's your identity in the fandom, after all. And the same goes for us fursuiters too. You know, the real walking and talking embodiment of your persona. You know, and often represent years of saving, hours and days spent building by the maker or yourself, and of course, your own personal fuzzy image. So, what do you get when a website comes along and just throws all of that away into the trash can, completely disregarding all of that? Well, you get the latest site to turn up in the world of furry copyright infringement, Fursuit For Sale. Hello, I'm Shadow Raccoon, and today we're going to take a look at yet another website that has stolen many of your fursuits. Ever since the internet's been around, really, you've been able to buy pirated and fake goods, be it a bootleg CD, Prada handbag, or merchandise for a popular anime. Naturally, of course, this means fursuits are guaranteed to turn up in this sort of area. And, of course, you know, your usual vendors of questionable goods such as AliExpress, DHgate, have only been too happy to sell you a cloned fursuit of some sort. But actual websites dedicated to wholesale ripping off fursuits have been somewhat less common. The first one that comes to my mind when I think of fake websites selling dodgy fursuit type things is Shop Mascot. This website has been around for quite a while and it focuses mainly on bad mascot suits that rip off football teams and Disney. So really it's never really had to meet the wrath of 1,000 angry furries. More recently though, we in 2019 had a website called Shop Fursuit which popped up and, as you expected, it caused quite a storm. Featured a lot of stolen fursuit pictures, and even included Theodore Rabbit on there. I actually made a video on this topic too, and if the link thing is working properly on YouTube, you should be able to see it above my head right now. Long story short though, it was quickly swamped by angry furries, a denial of service attack, and then promptly went offline, never appearing again. And yeah, that pretty much then brings us to the website we're talking about today, Fursuit For Sale. Online, at least at time of recording for just 24 days, this website was recently brought to my attention, and the fandoms, and oh boy, it's bad. Not only being a menagerie of stolen suit photos, it's also an absolute hot mess of a website too. Now, quick note here, between myself scripting this and recording it, the website started to become unstable, slow, and not load at all. In fact, some people were spotting load errors. And by the time that we actually got round to hitting the record button on the camera this morning, the website was actually already gone, replaced with a generic error message similar to what we saw on Shop Fursuit in the past, giving, you know, a bit of a clue as to just who might be behind it. My guess is the site lost its fight against the wrath of angry furries. Luckily though, for all of us, in anticipation of such an event happening, I recorded all of my website footage well in advance. So, shall we take a look? So, this is the homepage, and firstly, as pointed out to me by Theodore Rabbit, they really missed a trick with the name here. You know, calling it Fursuit For Sale would have not only been a fun pun, but, you know, probably more convincing of it not being a scam site. And immediately on this homepage, you are greeted with picture after picture of fursuiters. Don't Hug Cacti, Made For You, you name the maker, their suits are on here. And chances are you'll immediately be recognising some of these fursuits and fursuiters as I scroll through the site. Many of the photos still have the watermark too from the original photographer, with a messy Fursuit For Sale logo simply slapped on, and in many cases, the file name of the picture still tells you the original source, like this one, from Cody Shepherd. No care has been taken at all to mask anything, because who gives a shit, right? And if that doesn't tell you that we're in dodgy territory here, how about this gem of a text from their homepage?
We have a big studio and stored all of the models of each suit. Not have to create a new model and pattern, that saves too much. Although not as wonderful as these fursuits value thousands of dollars, our Pursuit are definitely worth more than you paid. Absolutely, it is the best choice for primary fursuit lovers.
I've heard of a fursuit, a mersuit, but please, someone tell me, what the fuck is a pursuit? Does it purr? Now, in fairness, that could just be the word pursuit, but that makes even less sense in the context here. Anyway, I digress. This site is really quite bad, with terrible description, names, and quite a lot of wrong species. Madeira Strawberry here, for example, being called a husky. It's crazy scrolling through here just how many of these fursuits you can recognise though. Beauty of the Base here, for example, has been listed as strong striped wolf fursuit costume. Yeah, could you imagine ever getting the level of detail or technology Base put into a fursuit from them? And, you know, the site is padded out as well, with many fursuiters appearing multiple times, and sometimes in different poses, and sometimes different species. Twilight Bunny here, for example, just keeps appearing on my list. It's crazy. And, you know, hey, it's not just fursuits, though. You know, if you want a mascot costume, they've actually got a couple of Disney ones, too. My favourite is this one of Miko, my favourite Disney raccoon. So, who is behind this website? And, you know, what is it all about here? Is it a joke? Is it, you know, is it actually a legit shop? Well, clicking the About page brings us this gem of a description, and my god, there are some bad things in it.
Fursuits For Sale Company Limited was founded by a group of furry fandoms in 2013. Furry costumes have always been a hobby of a small crowd.
A group of furry fandoms? Was there some kind of merger of different furry fandom sects to make one furry fandom? Also, the info on here, it says they made in 2013, but the website definitely was made in April 2020. It gets worse, though, this bit.
In order to make more people who like fursuits can afford a set of fursuit of their own, we chose high-quality but affordable rabbit hair, fox hair, and EVA board to make the price of fursuits from thousands of dollars down to a very friendly to the general public, but also ensuring high quality.
Okay, huge red alert here. Rabbit hair, fox hair, ugh. Bad translation or not, if that is actually true, not only is this site horrific, but it's also pretty disgusting too. There is no place in the fandom for real animal fur. In fact, you may or may not know that many, if not most cons, actually forbid real fur fursuits attending in their terms and conditions.
We sell thousands of sets of fursuits every year, which makes our fandom group of fursuits expand day by day. We have not forgotten our original intention to promote our fursuits culture to worldwide.
Thousands a year? Really? Now, given the percentage of furries to fursuiters, yeah, I'm going to call bullshit on that. My favourite part of this page, though, has to be this bit.
Fursuitforsale.com has gathered several big guys from the furry fandoms to design and typeset for us, including famous Ottoline Davis, Renata Garcia, Wynn Miller.
Big guys of the fandom. Right, okay. So I googled these names as I can't say I'm familiar with them in the fandom, but, you know, and from what I could find, Ottoline Davis is some character in a mystery book series. Renata Garcia is an editor for Vogue Brazil, not very furry looking, and judging by her Instagram page, she's more into fashion. And Wynn Miller, well, I'm not going to go down that road. The website's terms and conditions have some gems in it too, including sections where they talk about them owning all of the photos on the website, and you not stealing their copyrighted material. Oh, the irony. And they actually even say that they can do what they want with your fursuit and its design even once you buy it. So, yeah, artistic liberties there a bit. But hey, if your suit is on there, the policy does say that you're welcome to contact them because, hey, you know they're certainly going to take that fursuit down if you contact them, right? So click on the contact page and try it. Oh wait, their contact page says that they're located in a place called Uwu, Papua New Guinea. Uwu, Papua New Guinea is actually a real place. I found that one out, and I suspect now that we all know of its existence, at least several furries, I imagine, are now considering a trip there. I look forward to the inevitable furry convention that'll be hosted there in a few years' time. The other pages on this site are mismatches of badly translated text, placeholder content, they refer to themselves as XYZ Incorporated at least once, and look here, some of the links don't even work. Now, I noticed that you can leave a review, so I thought, well, why not? Let's give it a try. Let's just try and leave a review. I hate captures. But, okay, let's try and refresh again. No, that's still not working. Okay. I'm starting to think that you just can't leave comments on this website. Maybe I do need to log in. Okay, I'll sign up. Let's try that. Don't worry, I'm using fake details. I'm certainly not Jack Black. Well, okay, as you see on the form and this email here, it has worked. Let's try logging in now on the website. No, that does not work. Okay, maybe, let's reset the password then, go on and I'll change it to something easy, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really secure. Got the email. Nope, still not working. Brilliant. I actually just can't log in. That's good. Yeah, well done on that, guys. Great job on the login section on the website. I wonder if you could actually buy something, though. The important bit, maybe without logging in. Let's try buying a Miko. Okay. The site is getting quite slow now. That's probably people attacking it. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's worked. That's added to cart. Yeah, just don't try registering. I wonder what the limits are. What if it'll let me buy 99 Mikos? Let's try that. Yep, that worked. Took a while, but no, there's definitely 99 Mikos there. That would probably back their factory up for weeks. Absolute steal, too, at $49,000. I'm impressed they've got that much in stock. What happens if I change it to 999? Yeah, that works. Well, in which case, let's just keep adding nines. Oh. And they've run out of stock at 9 trillion. That's a shame. Interesting, though, the site does seem to have changed that down to 2.1 billion. Huh? Weird, but okay. Yeah, that's just a sign that the site is not really very well planned and that the stock counts are absolute lies. Still, could you imagine 2 billion Mikos? That would be really hilarious. Of course, there is a good chance by the time that you've watched this video, though, the site has gone for good. And as I mentioned earlier, some Cloudflare messages had been appearing online at the time of recording. So it's likely that this iteration won't be around for much longer or at all, I hope. However, it has happened before, and sadly, it will likely happen again. And chances are, you're asking, what can you do if you find yourself on a site like this? And regrettably, officer, there's not much you can do. And in Fursuit For Sale's case, and was similar to the other one before, whilst the bad translation gives us a hint of probably where this website's come from, they've masked themselves behind a Who Is Info masker, so all you can see is this address in the Bahamas, which is definitely not where the website comes from. They do use Cloudflare, which is something. So that gives us a slight avenue, I guess, because Cloudflare does have a DMCA takedown form. So if your photo or fursuit is on there, you could fill that in and submit it to them. So, I mean, if you come across a site like this and that is the case, I do strongly advise you fill that form out. I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can save that just in case you find yourself ever needing it. There's a small chance that they actually might do something there. But, yeah. The question is, though, what if the site actually worked? And, could you actually buy something from them? What would you get? It's hard to judge what you actually would get, but if we go on other experiences in the past of websites that do similar, like AliExpress, you can probably most likely expect some poor workmanship and to get something that looks absolutely nothing like what you see in the picture. A memorable example here is what happened to the daughter of Insane Clown Posse member Violent J, whose daughter got ripped off by one of these sites to the tune of $750. Ouch. And that's, of course, if you even get something at all. Chances are high here that your money will just vanish, your bank details or personal details will be stolen, and your email will find itself on so many spam mailing lists. Prospective fursuiters watching this who, might be tempted by the idea of a cheap fursuit and don't care too much about the quality or where it comes from, consider this. The fandom is a community. We thrive on creativity, independence, people, including fursuit makers and artists, many of whom rely on people commissioning them for a living. By supporting these copyright-stealing, mass-producing factories and companies, you're basically hurting the fandom and yourself. It's just not fun, so please don't support these websites. Don't just buy fursuits from them as a laugh, and report them, do what you can, share the names of them, get the name out there that it's a scam website. There are so many fantastic options and ways to buy a fursuit for anyone who really wants to become a fursuiter, from buying from a well-known maker to the smaller, new up-and-coming ones that you can find around the fandom, or even, going on a second-hand website like Furby, or even just buying a fursuit headbase and just giving it a go at making a fursuit yourself. The options are there. And remember, you don't need a fursuit to be in the furry fandom. There's no rule on that. And I know a lot of people who don't have fursuits and they have more fun in the fandom than I do. There we go. That is, I guess, or was, Fursuit For Sale. Not a place anyone should visit if they want to buy a fursuit. Bad logins, stolen photos, and not even online anymore. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a comment below, click the like button, or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also support me on Patreon. There's a link in the description below. I'm Shadow Raccoon, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone!